So this, I promise this presentation won't go too long. However, you will more than likely have questions, but here's what I want to give you. I've been doing this now for a very long time. And what I do, and I do really well, is people make the mistake that all I do is online, that I get on Facebook, I run ads and all this sort of stuff, and I don't do anything when it comes to talking to people. I want you to know that couldn't be further from the truth. I have always built my business through the connections that I have. What I do with Facebook and online strategies is I build a profile. I build value. So when I put things on Facebook or when I speak on social media, whether it's YouTube, etc., it's I bring value around what I do. Okay. Now, then I then take that offline and the people I meet, I use a very simple strategy based on math. Okay, it is based on math. And I want you to know, I want you to forget all of those people that have told you to make this massive list, go speak to everyone you know, and just get it done. And some will, some won't. So what next? I want you to ignore that. I want you to throw it out the window. That was put together by people who didn't that let go of certain components of relationship. It was put together by people who didn't understand the flow of relationship or the buyer psychology. Okay, it's not the right way of doing it. I want you to know that. And if you've ever felt yucky, icky, grossed out by that kind of philosophy, it's okay. Put a comment down. Tell me that you felt, yeah, I feel yucked by that. Then I go and speak to everyone, push everyone away, and some will, some won't, and make a massive list. And I'm just going to start hitting that list like crazy. And so if you've ever felt like that just doesn't feel like me, okay, I don't feel like that'll work for me, just put a little chat. Just feel open and honest to do that. I want you to know that you are not alone, and I want you to know that you are right. And I know that this is going to sound crazy. Here am I, a guy that's built a team of 100 and something thousand people have been in my business over the years. I think it was close to 200,000. And were they all active? No, but I've had a lot of people through the business and made millions. And I've realized that I've never built it that way. I've never recruited that way. Um, how did I recruit? I realized that there are certain people that like me that want to do business with me. And that there are others that they still like me. They want to do business with me, just not yet. And that if I care, I love, and I support them, they'll sign up. I found that. I've just got to continue to care, love, and support. Who here believes that you can continue to care, love, and support? If you are a person that really believes that you can continue to care, love, and support, give me a wave, put your hand up, that you can I need feedback. I am like one of those preachers you see on stage at church, and they are craving that feedback from the audience because they feel like they're giving their heart and soul and they're not getting the feedback. If that is you, I am that guy. I need your feedback, and it also tells me that you're listening, because one of the big things is that we cannot be engaged on Zoom. We can be doing everything else. So if you're watching TV, you're on Facebook, on YouTube, you're cooking dinner, give yourself this moment, because I want you to know this next 20 minutes, that's it. This next 20 minutes will change the way you prospect in this business. Okay. So I am not that guy. I am not that guy that was happy with that. Then I got into marketing and I learned something. I believed, and I've heard this so many times, and many of you have probably even asked me, I just need a better script. What do I say? What do I say? I need the perfect opening line. I need the perfect slide deck. I need the perfect close. I want you to know that yes, they will all help. And your team will believe that you need a better pitch. They need better words. I want you to know that yes, that is important, but it's actually not that important. It's not as important as you think. Here's the reality of this business. Why is it that some people can get started and all they have is passion and belief and excitement? They go out and talk to everyone, and those people listen to them and they sign up with them and they grow this huge business, whereas others can't. Well, it's because those people have excitement, passion, and belief. And those people who are listening, guess what they have is influence. Why is it that Rod more than likely could speak to a certain group of people and they will listen, whereas they probably wouldn't listen to me? So Rod and I will enter a room. And this is the reality. This is the reality. Both of us will enter the room. One group of people will want to listen to Rod. They are the Christians, the ministers, the lovers of church and Christ. And even though I am a Christian and I love God, He is my best friend, they are going to want to listen to Him. Then there are another group, and I actually don't know who they would be that might want to listen to me over Rod. I don't know who that is just yet. Rod has this ability to be loved by everyone, but there are two different people. One that, and I promise you, and it's the same. So how do we bridge that gap? How do we bridge that gap of for the individual who may not have the influence of Rod? And when Naomi and I got started, we had this list. We'd worked hard, for me, almost 30 years in a business to develop skills, develop a list, develop influence, develop a team that when we moved, people went, oh, geez, okay. I haven't heard from James before I never knew that he might move. I never knew that he might make a change, but he's made a change. I'm going to listen. I don't expect that to be the case for everyone, but how do we bridge that gap? How do we make it, as people like to say, a level playing field? Well, I want you to know there is no such thing as a level playing field. That is for the weak. A level playing field is for the weak of mind, the weak of heart. A level playing field are for those who want excuses. A level playing field are for those who want to justify. A level playing field is there is nothing good about a level playing field. Because what it does is it pulls down the people that are up top. So just imagine this. If you're the best at what you do, if you are good at what you do, it means that you have to lower your game. And you don't want to lower your game in what you do. Why should you lower anything? You don't have to make them rise. So you don't want a level playing field. As Rod says always, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? So become better. Become better. That's what you want. And that's what I'm going to do is show you how to bridge that gap, how you can rise and you don't have to take 10, 20, 30 years to do it. You see, the number that everyone quotes is 1 in 100. You'll go out there and 1 in 100 people will sign up with you. So you'll speak to 100 people and one will sign up. You might be going, James, are you kidding? That's the truth. If you go out there and throw mud against a wall, it's about 1 in 100. Who feels like that's the case for them sometimes? It's okay if you feel like that's the case for you sometimes. Now, I want you to go to the next level. Out of 10 presentations you do, one will get started. So you'll go and speak to 100, and out of that 100, you'll get 10 presentations. And out of that 10 presentations, one will sign up. Now, here's the great thing, and I love how Jim Rohn said this. He says, you can get better. You can get better. So these numbers are the lowest possible scenario. So I don't want you to get discouraged. So if this is the lowest possible scenario, can you still build a large business? Yes. It just means you speak to a lot more people. Okay? And you might go, I'm so discouraged right now. Why? Why? You don't need to be discouraged. You need to be fired up because you are awesome. You are incredible and you can take those odds and you can still win because you are amazing. You were born and created in the image of God. You can still win. They are winners' odds. They are winners' odds, right? All you need to do is speak to more. You just need to speak to a lot more people. But if you can get better, right? You can get better, then it becomes 1 in 100 to 1 in 50 to 1 in 20 to 1 in 10 because you get better. Here's the thing that happens. The more you do and the faster you do it, the sharper you become. So when I train in my martial arts school and I'm grabbing a student, if I can get them on the mats 3 to 4 times a week training, I know that in 12 months' time, they're going to be a weapon in our style, right? That person that comes in and does once a week, well, it's going to be a lot longer. All right, it's going to be a lot longer. So we want to condense time frames out of so but if is there anyone here doing better than 1 in 10? So out of 10 presentations, so 10 people that you share information with, one signs up. If you are doing around that number, you are a rock star. You should know that you are amazing. If you are presenting, now this isn't, hey, Stewie, do you want to have a look at my presentation? And they say no, that's not one, that's the person's not included in 10. If I say to Stewie, hey, Stewie, have a look at this video, that's one of the 10. Okay. And he looks at the video, we sit down, I take him through the numbers. That's one of the 10. Okay. So if you're getting 1 out of 10, that's brilliant. But I want to 10 times your results. Okay. I want to times that by 10. I want you to go to a place where you're getting 1 in 5, 1 in 3. I want you to start to realize that you can do a lot better, not by being pushy or through sales, just by being a friend and being professional. And I know that some of you are like, this can't be the case. I want you to know it's true. It happened for me, Naomi, Poppy, Gayleen. It's just happened for so many people who take the time to do it and then stay consistent with the doing. But these are the numbers. This is the math that no one talks about. Okay. This is the math that no one gets you into. I want to tell you the math. There is 3% of the market where they're going, whatever falls in my lap right now, I'm going to do it right now. 3%. So out of 100 people, 3 people are saying, I need to do something now. I need to change my life right now. So that's great odds, right? That's where the 1 in 100 comes from that will sign up. Because out of those 3 in 100, well, those 3 are looking. They're looking for something. They're looking for something. And out of that 3, one of them sees you and you go, hey, come and do this business with me. And they say yes. Brilliant. Bloody brilliant. Because they go and do what you do, right? So they go and speak to their 100, okay, and they get one, and so the thing starts to happen. But guess what? They might be better than you. They might be a Rod. They might be a Naomi, a Poppy, a Lydia, a Ro. They could be someone in your team that just go, boom, I got this. But this is the numbers. That 3%, they've said, whatever comes across my path, I'm ready to go now. I just need to do something. Next, you've got 17%. Bigger number. Almost 6 times more. 600% more. 6 times more. All right, they're saying, I want to find the thing that actually fits me. I am going to start looking and learning and understanding. They're doing research. They're chatting to ChatGPT. They're out there watching videos, getting on webinars. They're researching. Believe it or not, there are 5 times, there's 17% of your market right now are out there looking for a new business, looking for a way to make money, looking for a way to secure their future because they see the writing on the wall with AI. This week, I was conversing with one of the world leaders in supercomputing and AI technology. While yes, it's very exciting what it's doing, it is going to decimate the world of employment. We must be looking at micro businesses. We are going to see you are going to see a monster movement of your personal friends and economy moving towards micro businesses. Now is not the time to be just talking about a product, and we have the product. Now is to be talking about the business. Because everyone, the undercurrent that's in their mind, I believe it's more than 17%. This is before what we're going through with AI and global economies changing. This is before that number. Okay, what we got now is we have a massive insurgence, a massive time of worry where people are saying, hold on a second, hold your horses now. I've got to go out there and I've got to find something to secure my financial future and my family. We should be talking about money. We should be talking about business. We should be talking about security and financial future. You get caught up in a product, that's not what they're looking for. That's not their biggest itch. The biggest itch right now is to overcome the fear that they have they won't have a financial future. Okay. So 17% is the bare minimum of the market right now. Then we have 20%. So we've gone 3% ready to do something, 17% saying I'm starting to look. Then we have 20% who are saying I'm going to start looking soon. So I might as well get ready. And they're the ones that'll be influenced by the 17%. Their friends, they saw it, their friends are starting to look at something, so they'll start to look at something as well. They're not in a hurry, but they could change just like that. Just like that, they'll say, okay, I'm ready. They might lose their job. They may hear a whisper from their boss. They may see a new AI technology that could replace their job. And so everything changes. Who here, you've got children and you're not worried about their financial future, wondering, what are they going to be able to do? Could you give you an idea? Naomi and I own a marketing agency, as some of you know. We just let go of a division of our agency that last 2 years turned over $500,000 per year. We let it go. $500,000 turnover industry part of our business gone, decimated, goodbye. Why? AI. Staff gone. Why? AI. So are my staff worried about AI? You bet they are. So what are we doing? We have to be understanding, well, that's what's happening in the market. You are all in there right now. You're going to see a massive move towards people wanting a solution. And my friend, you are the solution. You are the place of excitement. You are the place where they come. And I want you to know this is where relationships get built before they're needed. These people here, they're wanting to know, who can I do business with? Who can I trust? Who can I love? Who will support me? Who will take me on a journey where I feel safe and encouraged by? This is you. I'm going to show you how to do it. Your real addressable market isn't the 3%. It's actually 40% of the market right now are looking for a solution. Some are just ready to say yes right now. The other 37% will be saying yes soon. 40%, that's 4 out of 10, 40 out of 100 that will be saying yes real soon. But how do you keep a hold of them? How do you make it feel that they don't feel, ugh, there's another message from that person. Ugh, there's another phone call from that person. Ugh, yuck, 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 yuck. How do you do that? Well, this is where we become professional, because these numbers are now starting to stack up for you. But my friend, we're going to see this. With every part of my being, I went to bed about 2 months ago, freaking out. I felt like I needed to curl up in a fetal position in the corner with my thumb in my mouth going, rocking back and forth going, mummy, mummy. That's the way I felt when I saw what's going on with AI, when I saw what's going on with the Australian economy, global economies. And you might think that your government is amazing and they're going to protect you. They are not, because they don't have answers either. You have to be the answer for your economy, your personal economy. You are the answer. And if you're just pushing a product right now, well, yes, health and wellness is one of the booming segments of the future. It is 100%. A bigger segment is financial security. Financial security. And I want you to know this. It's not about the pitch you're going to give someone. It's about timing and who's still in the room when the timing changes. That 3% that'll say yes no matter what, okay, timing. Then the other 37%, it's about who kept in relationship with me, who made me feel loved, who listened to my stories, who believed in me, who showed me the information that I'm interested in. So your job isn't close more. How awesome is that? Your job is not to close more. Your job is to stay visible, stay warm, stay respected, okay, until they're ready. Create the stories, share the stories of people within your business, your own story, your upline story, your crossline story of success, so that people start to see it and hear it and believe it, and all of a sudden they're like, maybe this could work for me. Because I've moved into that place of looking. I've moved into that place of research. And now I've moved into the place of decision. This is when it changes, when you get it. When you fully understand and you get it, that this moment, this time, people are going to make the move. So here's what you do. Keep a list. And you've heard this. You've gone, I don't want to do that. I want you to know it's okay. It's okay. I'm not saying go and speak to everyone on that list. I'm just saying keep a list and start building relationships with that list. On that list, as you start to talk to them and build relationships with them, you will start to realize who the 3% are, the 17%, the 20%, and the 60%. You'll start to realize who they are and you'll talk to them based on who they are. You won't speak to the 17% and try and sign them up. The 17%, you go, hey, look, I've got something else for you. Let me just give you a little bit of information. The 3% are the only ones you'll invite to sign up. And you'll find a way to bring them through the process. I'm going to show you that in just a sec. How do you keep a list? You know what? When I first started, even though I had a computer, it was in a little note pocket book that I kept in my pocket. No one left that list until they either signed up or died. And even if they died, they were still on the list. Okay? It could be on a spreadsheet on Excel. It could be in your own CRM. If you use a CRM, don't worry. If you don't know what a CRM is, don't worry. Okay? A spreadsheet, a piece of paper is just fine. Okay? And then what you start to do is you start to keep the relationship and you need to use it. The simplest CRM you have is a Facebook group. This is amazing. We've already created the group for you. It's called the Transformation Hub. And this is going to be where you put your 3%, your 17%, and your 20%. You see, people are wanting you to take them on a journey. They're wanting you to build a rapport with them. They're wanting you to build relationship with them and give them the information when they want it. But you must be the one that's tagging them, updating them, keeping them updated with information. You don't need software to run this system. You need one place where your 3, 17, 20% can all watch you show up consistently. And a Facebook group's free, familiar, and already where your people are. They're already on Facebook. Your prospects use it, your clients use it, and your team uses it. All you have to do is start adding those people into a group. And as I said, we have created the group for you called the Transformation Hub. This is where you place your prospects, business and customers. Why business? Well, in there, they're going to see the power of the product, the results that people have. What do you do with it? You put up valuable information, not spammy rubbish. Anything that's spammy rubbish that you put up there, we're going to boot it out. We're going to kick it out. We have training on how to use the Facebook group. All you have to do is go to ourdiamondteam.com, log in, and you'll see the training, or even go to our Facebook group, our team group, the Diamond Team Facebook group, and you'll see how to use Facebook training in there. Okay? This Facebook group now warms up your people. Now, some of you are going, oh, James, I've heard all this before. Then use it. Use it. Because this, my friend, is where it's going to change it all. This is going to be where you start to capitalize on those people that are making the movement. And I'll explain what to do. I don't really use Facebook. This was never about what you prefer. It doesn't matter what you prefer. It doesn't matter. You're in business. And one of the things that I've learned in marketing is that I need to be where the people are. So people can have all these other groups, all these other things everywhere else. But if my prospects aren't there, if my prospects are not going there all of the time, then that's not where I am. I am where the people are. So you use Facebook. It's about where your business, your clients, and your prospects already live. It doesn't need to be your favorite platform, but it does have to be the place that your prospects and team will actually open. So we have the group. You don't need to build it. All you need to do is create a habit of putting content in there. And again, we've got the training, and just ask your upline, where is the training? And they'll show you. 3 questions. This is how you get them into the group. So you ask and say, I know you're going to want, how do I get a person into a group? Simple. The invite. Hey, so you've spoken to someone, you've either told about the product or the business, and you go, hey, look, I've got a group. It's growing every day, has all the info in it. Would you like me to add you to it so you can go through it in your own time? How simple is that? Who says no to that? Number one, let's have a look. There's nothing that you're saying there that's going to put someone off. The big part is so you can go through it in your own time. That is amazing. So you can go through it in your own time. They'll say yes. You say, great. So if I added you to that group, would you actually look through some of the information? I don't want you to feel as though you're having to do something you don't want. This is psychological because we're removing the cell, we're removing the yuck, we're removing the pressure. Oh, okay. They're not forcing me to do anything. You're not forcing them to look at information. You're just giving them an invitation. And they'll say yes. You say, so just so I understand where you're at, are you looking for information right now or for something down the track? I want to make sure I follow up with you at the right way and possibly the right time. They'll tell you. And then guess what happens? You now know where they fit in the cycle. This is where it gets exciting, right? This is where it's like the life changes, the light bulbs go on. If they say, yeah, I'm looking for something right now, they're the 3%. If they go, no, I mean, oh, yeah, yeah, I'll definitely go through it. And you go, okay, I'll give you a call in a couple of days. Okay. And then the 20% is like, I'm getting, oh, yeah, down the track a little bit. Okay. They're the ones getting ready. Get it? 3%. Yeah, I'm looking right now. Yeah, I'll do some research. Great. Soon, still comparing. Great. I'll check in with you the week. You give them a date, a time, you check in. Okay. You tag all information, you check in. Again, we've got the training on this. Go through the training. 20% getting ready. They say down the track, great, stay visible, no pressure. Send little bits of information, tag on information. Love them. Ask them about their kids, their dog, their cat. Shoot the cat. Ask them about their future, their dreams. Go out for coffee with them. Don't sell. Be a friend. We don't have enough friends. Today I got to catch up with some of my martial arts friends. I got to sit down. Didn't talk about work or business. We talked about kicking one another, punching one another, choking out each other. We talked about family. We just laughed and ate and drank coffee. Okay? They know I care about them. This is the key. You're not trying to sign people up, you're warming them up. Like in this cold weather right now. Good. You're making them feel good. You're making them feel comfortable, safe, loved, and wanted because that's your heart. You're not an icky, yucky salesperson. You're a caring, loving individual. And because that's who you are, be that person. Because the decision then will take care of itself when it's the right time. Here's the difference, and I want you to get this. There's a big caveat here. They will move into the decision time because of this. But if you're not feeding them the offer, you will have done all of the work and somebody else will sign them up into something else. And please listen, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, smacking a child, whatever you're doing right now, okay, listen up. This is important. You will do all of the work. You will get them ready. You will build an eager desire and an eager want in them for them to have their own business. You will have done all of that by following this strategy. But if you are not the one to tell them about the business, the opportunity, the lifestyle, the freedom that they can have, they will sign up with someone else because you will have created a hunger that you did not fulfill. You may have talked product. You may have talked science. You may have talked about all this other stuff, but you don't understand that in doing that, you created a hunger that there is money out there to be made and you didn't tell them about it. So remember, you are creating a hunger. You are creating a desire. You are creating something that they are going to want to fulfill. And you must be ready there to fulfill it or somebody else will. Who just had a whoa moment? Because that's a big thing right there. Okay. Old system. Why this industry gets a bad name. Push, push, push versus building something real. What most people do, message everyone the same script, pitch before there's a relationship, chase only the 3% who say yes fast, disappear the moment someone says not now, and give copious amounts of information. I mean a lot of information, thinking more information is what they need when in fact, they're just overwhelmed by what you're doing. What actually works, know which segment someone's in, build the list, stay on it, warm every relationship patiently, make it the nicest thing that they've been a part of, and understand with them, which is what's in it for me. So your action steps are this: start the list, paper, spreadsheet, CRM, pick one M, I don't care. Build the group, get in our Facebook groups and commit to being in the Facebook groups and putting your team. Okay, we'll get a challenge going very shortly where we're going to be talking about adding 3 people a day into the Facebook group. It's so much fun. Sort by segment. Who are they? Ready, researching, or getting ready? And warm, don't pitch. Become their friend. This is what you do. They're your action steps. Now, make it the best thing that they're a part of. Make this the thing. Make this the best thing that they could possibly be a part of. Be excited, be encouraged, be fun. Talk about lifestyle, talk about the team, talk about the community. If you are boring as bat poo, they don't want to be around you. They want to be around life. They want to be around freedom. They want to be around fun and parties and dress ups and balls and gowns and travel and highlights. That's what they want. They don't want death warmed up, right? Keep the list, build the relationship, respect where people are at, and love them until it's their time, because their time will come. We're going to be doing a presentation on how to shortcut this process from months to minutes. Months to minutes. That'll be the next one. It'll be in about 3 weeks' time. I might do it sooner if I can fit it in. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to go through this. But I want you to watch this presentation over a few times. It's going to go into our Facebook group, our team Facebook group. If you're not in there yet, make sure you get in there, guys. God bless. I hope you got something out of this that you were able to learn from, because it should have given you some big aha moments, even if it's just realizing that, hold on. I keep putting stuff up, but I'm not really talking to people. I'm not really building relationships. I'm not really encouraging them to come on a journey with me. So God bless everyone. Hope this helped. This will go in the group shortly, and see you on the next one. Now, but don't forget, Rod and Justin, Singapore launch. Then we've got the Thailand launch. Then we've got the European launch. Oh my gosh, we are busy. Let's go team. All right, guys. Bye.